Hey there, I'm Luke. In today's episode, we're going to focus on something that all parents, unless they're special education experts, can use. I'm going to divulge the top 4 IEP secrets the school system seems to intentionally hold back from the masses. Let me explain. Recently, we spoke with a frustrated mother. Her son had academically limped through elementary school and was able to get into middle school only by the skin of his teeth. Truth be told, he probably shouldn't have even gone into a higher grade since he was already so far behind at that moment. Like so many parents, this fact was not his mother's fault. His mom had raised concerns frequently throughout his school years to her son's teachers and other faculty, but most of what she said seemed to simply be brushed aside. Now, the fact that mom's pleas went unanswered was not shocking to me, since brushing off concerns is unfortunately rather commonplace in today's antiquated school system. We will get into the scary part in a moment, but first, I want to explain why we made this video, why we are creating other special education resources at an accelerated rate. This video is for all parents of children with special needs. All of us want what's best for our children, and the only way to ensure that happens is to take the bull by the horns and fight. The problem today is that most parents don't even know what they should be fighting for, other than a better education for their child. We will cover all of this and so much more in today's episode of Special Education Decoded. All right, before we dive in and fill you with some of the best kept expert secrets regarding the IEP, I'm hoping you can help. At the bottom right-hand side of your screen, you will see a little logo with the word subscribe on it. Click that real quick. Thank you so much. Here's the reality. The school system is stuck. It's broken, it's antiquated, and it's not evolving fast enough to keep up with the world or with the needs of children today. Most often, parents are left trying to push for things their child should automatically have access to according to laws we have in place, such as IDEA or Individuals with Disabilities Education Act. That is just flat out wrong. Such was the case with the frustrated mother I mentioned earlier. It is law that a child who has an IEP must have a meeting to go over that document once a year. This mother was only invited to her son's IEP meeting every 3 years. 3 years is the time frame to determine if a child is still eligible for special education services, not to ensure the services within the IEP are still relevant and working. After this conversation, we had enough. It was time to blow the roof of secrecy off of the school system and disclose what you as a parent need to know to ensure that your child gets everything they need to reach their optimum success. Here's a quick side note. For those who want one-on-one IEP help from an expert, we started that service too, as a way to further arm parents with the knowledge they require. We will create a blueprint of exactly what your child needs and the services they are entitled to receive. It's completely free to start. Check the link in the description for more information. There are literally hundreds of things experts know, do, or withhold during IEP meetings across the country. Our team of special education experts whittled this massive list down to the top 4. Let's get started. Number 1, as a parent, you are an equal partner in an IEP meeting. You may have heard this before, but most parents don't feel this way during the actual meeting. This is mainly because of the confusing language used in this process. It's almost like the system is designed to keep you in the dark. Here's the important part regarding this simple secret. If you don't agree with something, push to change it. More about this in a minute. Secret number 2, you have the right to ask as many questions as you need. For a lot of parents, this is not obvious in most cases. This feeling of going with the flow is due in large part to the reaction from other people on the team. Asking a lot of questions may lead to dirty looks, as if the other team members are saying, "Wow, that was a dumb question." But the fact is, who cares? You must understand everything that's being proposed, that's being disregarded, that's being changed, that's being added, that's discussed. This is the single most important secret you can ever learn. Asking questions is something I cannot stress enough. When I attended my first IEP meeting for my son, I was completely lost and quickly became discouraged. I wanted to act and look like I knew what was going on, what I was talking about, so I just accepted a lot of what was being discussed. In my case, my wife was there, who's a special education expert, so she handled the meeting like a boss. Most parents don't have an expert with them, so it's time to put aside your ego and work your tail off for your child. I learned this in subsequent meetings and was able to interject my beliefs, my thoughts, and concerns to the point the rest of the team agreed and added it to my son's IEP. IEP secret number 3 is to take your own notes. This is to ensure information is written in a language you understand. Write down the key points you find necessary, not just what the experts in the room deem noteworthy. Most parents are told to not worry about this, as someone else is taking notes for the team. Finally, step number 4 of the IEP secrets is to bring your child's picture with you to the meeting. Very few parents do this, but it helps to humanize everything discussed. Having your child's picture there with you puts a face to the plan. After all, the meeting is for your child. Lastly, reference this picture frequently when you address the team. I know what you're thinking, but Luke, those secrets aren't not completely shocking. That is true. However, these 4 items will go further in ensuring your child gets the services they need to be successful than understanding every single acronym used in special education. And we all know there are a lot of those. Most all of the parents we speak with put way too much faith in a broken, under-resourced system that is not designed in the way a normal parent can understand. Since you can't take a USB drive and plug it into your head and instantly learn everything about special education, the next best approach is to ask, and continue to ask questions of all the experts until you have the clarity you need. If parents would follow these simple yet super effective strategies, the results would truly be mind-numbing. As I mentioned at the beginning of this video, we created a program to take your understanding and advocacy for your child to the next level. We've designed this program to include a 100% free conversation with a special education expert to explore different options for your child's specific situation. From there, should you choose, we can literally craft a blueprint of learning specific to your child, of which you can bring with you to the next IEP meeting. Imagine having an expert plan already prepared when you walk into the room. It truly can change everything. Click on the link in the description of this video to get started for free. I hope you took away some great tips from these 4 secrets and will be better prepared for your child's next IEP meeting. If you have any comments, suggestions, or questions, please leave a comment in the description below. From all of us at specialedresource.com, thank you for watching this episode of Special Education Decoded. We'll see you in the next video.